we ask that you please stand for the invitation to be led by Alderman Sutherland in the pledge of allegiance and then the playing of our national anthem.
Let us pray. Heavenly Father, we come to you once more and again to give you praise, honor, and thanks. As we come this evening to conduct the town's business, I pray that you will be with us, that we always make the best decision for this great town of Spring Lake. Praying for our first responders, military, family members. This is my prayer. In Jesus Christ's name, I do pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Mr. Cooper. May I stand, please? We will introduce him momentarily.
Praying for our first responders.
Are there any additions or deletions to the agenda? Alderman Cooper.
I make a motion that we remove item 8A, hurricane fund update, and items 9A, ordinance 2018-10, conduct condemnation and demolition of 636 Short Drive, and 9B, ordinance 2018-11, condemnation and demolition of Rosewood Noble Home Park.
Mayor Pro Tem, yes.
I second the motion.
It's been moved and seconded. You've heard the motion. You ready for the question?
Question.
All in favor, sign of aye.
Aye.
Okay, we approve now of our consent items. Alderman Cooper.
I make a motion that we approve the minutes of November 26, 2018 regular meeting and 6B 2019 holiday schedule.
Alderman Jackson.
I'll second that motion.
Moved and seconded. Are you ready for the question?
Question.
All in favor, sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, sign of nay. There was an unreadiness. Let's entertain unreadiness.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Looking at the holiday schedule, according to our general statute, and I think I highlighted it here. We have some additional days. I think it ended up with 12 holidays. 12 days. And the resolution 14 and the personnel policy for May 24th, 1999. Is that correct, Ms. Webb?
I mean,
Doing
it's
that.
changed every year.
Right. Changed every year. And then, the flexibility of the annual observations of the holiday. So, just so we'll know, because we just normally always, just approve it, according to our general statute and the state holiday, the town have added, and what is the day that we added that we normally give you all off? That Fayetteville and the other states, towns have to work.
What I did, and this is what's been done for the last, I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years, is
Exactly.
follow the state calendar, except for Christmas. They get 3 days off at Christmas, but they do not get President's Day.
Right.
And we get President's Day with only 2 days off at Christmas.
So that's the additional that the town observes for the town employees, and what we normally do is just approve it. But it has been questions asked according to the general staff. That's why we have to approve this. And then if you look down at the Thanksgiving, and you have the 28th, and then it says and that Friday, which is the 29th. So saying that Thanksgiving falls on the Thursday, the 28th, and then Friday, the 29th, you all asking to be off as well?
That's what we've been getting on
I
for
know,
the past
I
several
understand
years.
that.
Yes,
Because
ma'am.
the board approved it before you get off.
Yes, ma'am.
So, again, asking that, but for our citizens, when you close those days, that means the town hall is normally gets a half a day on Fridays, will not be open. And I understand that's what we have been doing, but to talk about it, we need to let our citizens know that the board approves for you all to take that additional days off, so it can be, together. As well as Christmas, when you look at Tuesday, the 24th, and Wednesday, the 25th, Christmas falls on Tuesday, so then you're asking for Wednesday to be off as well. Then I have a note here, Thursday and Friday, the town should reopen. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so a lot of times for amendment approval, for individuals to get that consecutive days, that's normally approved by the town manager, but we always want to make sure that the town is covered in each department, and not that the clerk or the town hall area, no one is there to entertain the citizens.
Yes, ma'am.
And I understand that's what we've always done, but we go above and beyond for our employees here, giving them those additional days off and put them together. Okay, thank you.
Alderman Jackson.
Christmas falls on that Wednesday, so are you disputing Tuesday? Christmas is
Well,
the
she's got Christmas here on the 24th,
That's Christmas Eve, yes, Christmas
but she's saying,
And Christmas Day is
Christmas-
Wednesday.
yeah, because where it's listed, so are you saying y'all want to be off on that 24th, which is, that you stated, thank you. Christmas is on the 25th, because you have the Christmas here, you got it slashed here, for us to approve to be off on the 24th as well.
Yes, ma'am.
Why?
That is the way the state actually has 3 days. They take, I think it was the 23rd, 24th, and 25th, and but they don't take President's Day, so we're asking for the 24th and 25th at Christmas, and then President's Day in February. But I just patterned this after what the state requests for their holidays.
So your third day would be the President's Day. So you
Yes,
still
yes.
get your 3 days, you just.
Yes, and if it pleases the board, then we can take President's Day off of the holiday schedule and add that third day at Christmas.
It's fine the way it is.
I'm just saying, evidently, people didn't understand it,
Yeah.
and because this question is asked on the board, now we understand, so we can all be clear. for the band. Thank you. Thank you.
So the motion is to approve the schedule as written. We got a second on the second.
It is.
Okay. It's now second official because there was an unread. All in favor, sign aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The public forum, we have two speakers, Mr. Belton Brown. Would you state your name and address as you approach the podium, sir, and then Ms. Betty Sanford follow him.
My name is Belton Brown, and my address is 122 Lehman Street, Fayetteville, North Carolina. And I'm the director of the COPE Music and Arts Program. COPE is Crossroads Outreach Alternative Program Ministries. We're a nonprofit, 501c3 nonprofit. And what I want to share was about a few months ago we received a small grant from the Arts Council that will allow us to be able to expand our music and arts program. And I came a couple weeks ago and sat down with the mayor and just explained it to him what I wanted to do. And we wanted to just reach out to the children and the youth in Spring Lake with an awesome, what I call an awesome program. It's called Arts Explosion. It's a 3-hour program. It meets once a week. And we teach the children how to read music theory for 35 minutes. 35 minutes of piano, 35 minutes of poetry and drama, 35 minutes of painting on canvas, and 35 minutes of motivation and inspiration. The young man that you saw playing there, Corey Cooper, started the program a few years ago, and he thought he was going to be a really nice piano player, but he's a better painter. But he'd never been exposed to it until that time, and now he realizes he's a better artist than he is a musician. He also plays the violin, and he's started a saxophone, but he's still a better painter. But you know, because he had an opportunity to be exposed to all of that, that was he was able to open up his eyes and his parents' eyes. His mother was standing there, and she has her other 2 children in the program as well. What we need about 24 kids, minimum, 40 maximum, and then we can bring the program right here to Spring Lake to whatever area you guys can designate for us to do that. At the end of the program, which will be in May, there'll be a recital, and you'll be amazed at what the children do with 14 to 15 weeks of study of the arts. You know, children who study the arts are 75% more likely to choose to go to college. Children who are involved in the arts, they vote, they're civically minded, they think about what's going on in the community, they volunteer. So those are a lot of the pluses of children who are involved with the arts. So I wanted to come and just share that with you. Bought a couple of flyers I can leave with whomever, and you can get that information out. I do have permission from the Board of Education to put flyers out in every elementary school and every middle school in Cumberland County, so we're going to be doing that as well. So to get the word out to as many people as possible. And because of the grant and then a fundraiser that I do on a monthly basis, we're going to be giving every child a $100 scholarship toward the cost of the program. All right, so every month, whatever that cost is for them, and it'll be different according to how many children in the family, things like that. And we'll cut that cost down on every child, $100. So I just wanted to bring that by, share it with you. However you need to get it out to the folks, or what I need to do, just let me know, and I'll do that.
Mayor Pro Tem O'Gara, and Alderman Sutherland. Alderman
What's the age group?
Kindergarten through 12th grade.
And what would the actual cost be? I know you say it varies, but is it baseball?
Yeah, well, it starts at $195 a month. All right, we automatically going to get the children a $100 scholarship. What I do, because of another fundraiser that I do, we're going to knock another $20 off of that, so they'll be getting it for $75 a month, 3 hours of instruction. typically in our community, 30-minute music lesson is $120 for 30 minutes once a week. We're going to be doing 3 hours once a week for $75.
Just being nosy, what kind of fundraisers do you do?
Jazz fundraisers, live jazz programs. Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Mr. Brown, I think this is great. My granddaughter has been exposed to playing piano. And I always say to keep doing the same old thing, you get the same results. I think that we can tie into it, come up with different ways. Once these 25 individuals, you say that you will need to start the program here, is that correct?
Yes, minimum is 24.
Minimum is 24?
Right.
And I think that if we think as a board, as a community, ways that we can help get this paid, as well as the parents, and I'm pretty sure that parents who want to invest in their children will not think it's robbery to pay the $75. Again, the young man did a great job, and I think that our children here in Spring Lake, the ones that's not, should be exposed to something different. So again, thank you for your presentation.
Thank you, Mayor Dobbins. My other question was, do you provide the instruments, or will they have to get instruments?
Well, they'll have to have their own keyboard to practice at home, because once we work with them on the weekend, they'll need a keyboard. Now, what my suggestion would be is wherever we have the program at, we're going to leave keyboards there. So if there's someone locally who could allow the children to get access to those keyboards if they don't have one at home to practice, so they could set up a regular weekly practice schedule, 3:30 to 5:30. If you want to practice, come on over and practice, and we'll have someone here. Most parents, though, from my experience, I've been doing this since 2003, they'll find that keyboard, because you can get them pretty inexpensive, between $75 and $150.
All right, thank you.
Alderman Jackson and then Alderman Sullivan.
Mr. Brown, I'm very, very happy to see you again. And I know about your program firsthand, and it's an excellent program, So I'm glad you're branching out, coming down here to my hometown, and would love to work with you again, so I'm excited. Very good program for the kids to go through, very good.
Thank you. You said wherever you're going to be located, and I think it would be great to network with our recreation department, because there is different rooms in the facility that you could utilize, and I'm pretty sure our director would say the same that I'm saying.
Great, thanks.
Thank you.
And then, Mayor Pro Tem.
To get the thing started off, we turn the names into our rec department, what direction will we go in?
Well, yeah, if there was a contact person that everything could go to, that'd be great. I can bring a bunch of flyers, which I had already told the mayor that I would do that. And like I said, we're going to definitely, next week, we're going to be putting them out at every school, every elementary and middle school in the county.
Okay, that'll work.
So before you depart, Mr. Gray, would you stand please so that Mr. Brown would have a visual. He's the director of our Parks and Recs. And we will let you all figure things out going forward.
All right.
But before you take your seat, please express to Mr. Corey Cooper and his parents how appreciative we are. I want him to stay long enough to shake his hand.
Okay.
Because he did a great job. And what we are about is friendly to celebrate success. And certainly that young man has, I guess in my opinion, a very bright future in the arts. And thank you for getting him here and the sacrifice that his parents made to get him here. And perhaps we will see him again.
You probably will. Yeah.
But thank you for opening this dialogue. We can get some artists from Spring Lake.
Thank you.
Because there's some great people here. Full of potential. Thank you, sir. Ms. Sanford.
Thank you, Mayor. Praise the Lord. So glad to be here to see y'all again. I do have about 3 or 4 things. I want to thank Mr. Brown. I'll see him later. This is very good because this is one of the things that I want to talk to you all about tonight. The first thing is I want to say to the mayor and to Mayor Pro Tem, thank you for what you did during Hurricane Florence. Went around and visited the elderly, and I was very appreciative of that because that's one of the things that was charged to you when you became on the board of Alderman. Okay, and so
I went around as well.
I didn't see you.
I know.
But I did see them too. And I know I saw you on TV. So anyway, if you went around, that's good, you know, but I know that those 2 came to the house and they went in the area. I saw them in the community. So I just want to say thank you. I want to thank all of you. I think things went really well. The second thing is, what's the timeline to move that motel on Bragg right there? What is the timeline for that?
We will continue to look at that, and Mr. Gerald, as we try to do typically, will give you a written response, which will also disseminate to the community.
Okay, all right, that's good. I'll look for that. And the next thing is the dog ordinance. How many dogs can a person have at their house? How many dogs can they have at their house? Okay, by all means. I mean, you know, I think 10 dogs is too many at one house, you know, run the camp or something, you know. But anyway, the other thing is that we have a new program for girls, and it's called Girls in Motion. And my great-granddaughter went to the first meeting on last week, and I understand that the young ladies that want to get this started, I can't remember their names right off, but they want to get it started, and they were turned down at the rec center, and I would like to know why, because we need things like that for our children. Everything, and I said this before, goes to Fayetteville. We go to eat in Fayetteville, we go to different programs in Fayetteville. What's in Spring Lake? And I think that the children need to have something very good here in Spring Lake. I think what the gentleman just was talking about was fantastic.
Yes, ma'am.
You see? And so therefore, anything that we can do to enhance our young people, we need to get on the ball with it. You know, we say that the kids are out of hand. Well, we need to get on the ball and help them to become somebody, good citizens in the community, and to do well. You understand what I'm saying to you? So we need to work on those things. I think that's about all. I want to thank you for allowing me to come and speak. So just think about those things and get back with me, because I will, you know, I don't like for you to, you know, to procrastinate with me and, you know, do things and don't come back on me. So we'll come back to you. Okay?
And again, our town manager, Gerald, will be able to address these work.
Okay.
It seems though, I honestly don't know what the limit on dogs are, what the limit on dogs is. But anyone that's out of compliance with whatever that ordinance is, and it might be a good idea to give Mr. Gerald, if you know the address, and then that way he can go and do a visual as well, and give you a more defined answer.
Okay.
And work to rectify the problem.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. New business, we have 2 items. The appointment of to the Spring Lake Senior Enrichment Program Advisory Committee, Ms. Webb.
Thank you, Mayor and Board members. Miss Dolores Borders, Miss Margot Pfeiffer, and Mr. Grady Page all currently serve on the Senior Enrichment Program Advisory Committee, but their appointment terms are expiring, and they have expressed interest in continuing to serve. So I am asking the board to determine the appointment of these three individuals to the Spring Lake Senior Enrichment Program Advisory Committee. They would be a 3-year term expiring December 31st of 2021.
Alderwoman Cooper and then Alderwoman Sutherland.
Yes, I'd like to make a motion that we appoint Mr. Lois Borders, Ms. Margot Pfeiffer, and Mr. Grady Page to the Senior Enrichment Program Advisory Committee to serve 3-year terms expiring December 31st, 2021.
Alderwoman Sutherland.
Second motion.
Alderwoman, you heard the motion. Are you ready for the question?
Question.
Is there any unreadiness? Hearing none. All in favor of the appointments, sign of aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, sign of nay. Okay, Ms. Webb, for the appointment to the Spring Lake Board of Adjustment.
Okay, the Spring Lake Board of Adjustment has one vacancy. Ms. Rita Perry has expressed an interest in serving on this committee. If she's appointed, she will serve a 3-year term, which would also expire December 31st of 2021. I am asking the board to determine the appointment of Ms. Rita Perry.
Alderwoman Sutherland.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I'd like to make a motion that we accept Ms. Rita Perry's application for appointment to the Spring Lake Board of Adjustment.
Alderwoman Cooper.
I second that motion.
You've heard the motion. Are you ready for the question?
Question.
No unreadiness. All in favor, sign of aye.
Aye.
The ayes have it. Any opposed, sign of nay.
Thank you.
Okay, as we move along, may I have the word before the last word? Today is Mayor Pro Tem of Galvin birthday. Happy birthday, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Anybody want to say it?
Please.
Well, you have had to do notification. All right, are we ready? Alderwoman Sutherland for the last word.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor, again, as well as thank all our board members. Experience and our first responders had a great visit with our Governor Cooper. But to say it's more than just a visit, even though when we give away food and send the individuals to get the food that needed. But speaking with the individuals and talking, I'd like to thank Ms. Hudson for being an advocate to help the seniors with the information with FEMA and different questions they may have. She's been working behind the scenes, doesn't like recognition. But to talk to those individuals, it was very heartfelt, and sometimes I feel like we take things for granted because it's always great when you have a job and you can pay your bills and you have a place to live and things of that nature. And I think the town of Spring Lake, with our employees, I want to thank them. We had the street department out for a 94-year-old woman that pipes had busted in her yard. My husband said he seen you all pull out at 2:30, and you worked out there very hard. But I think it's we need to understand, and it comes to that individual person themselves, how grateful that we are, and not take things for granted. So speaking for myself, I am grateful, I'm thankful, and everything that I try to do, I try to search myself and be true and honest when I'm out trying to help someone. I don't need the recognition, as well as Ms. Hudson. She probably wouldn't want me to even say this. But when I spoke to those individuals that have lost their home, went and looked in the windows for myself to see that you can still see the water, and it's just a structure that's still standing. So when I preached yesterday, I preached on, for me and my house, coming out of Joshua 24, we're going to serve the Lord. And we're talking about the foundation. If the foundation is there, and that's with the homes, that's with the town of Spring Lake, that's with the employees, then we can continue to go strong. Because I noticed during Hurricane Florence, we all was trying to work together, making sure we get out in the communities. We may not get in the same areas, but we were out there trying to do what we need to do. So to continue to go forward, we need to continue to build our foundation strong and not take it for granted, because when you talk to those individuals, they still don't know when they're going to get back into their home, and I have a home. It truly touches my heart. So I would like to say to the town manager that we continue to go forward in a positive direction, to lead the town in a positive direction, because we have a lot to do. I think our children, our citizens are worthy of any positive thing that we can get here, just like the arts and the music, the emotions with the girls, because it's a lot out there for us to do. And it's not just one individual. It takes a village. And we've been elected to be good advocates for this great town. And that's with the employment, that's with the citizens. But we need to be the best that we can be when we're trying to be leaders of this great town of Spring Lake. So I'd like to thank my colleagues, and I'd like to wish y'all a blessed Merry Christmas. And I hope you all enjoy your families. Because again, what I'm speaking from my heart of my growth. So thank you for this opportunity, Mr. Mayor.
Yes. You're quite welcome. A motion to adjourn. Alderwoman Cooper.
I make a motion that we adjourn.
It's a tie between Mayor Pro Tem and Alderwoman Jackson.
I second that motion.
That boy is second. You heard the motion. Are you ready for the question?
Question.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And I'm happy with that.
Happy birthday.